property taxes you want to talk about today. Well, the other thing that we want to talk about, teen driving laws. And coming in with the new year, there are going to be a lot of new laws that kids trying to get their driver's licenses have to keep in mind, and we want to talk about those.
Yeah, Illinois has had a graduated driver's license program for some time, and we think probably it's done a decent job, but there was a task force formed regarding this teen driving issue a while back, and that task force this year delivered recommendations to the General Assembly as to how we could further improve that graduated program to, number one, allow students a lot more practice time, diversify the practice time, for example, by requiring of the 50 hours that students have to log, 10 of those be at night, and also make sure that students have a longer period of time. Instead of 3 months, it'll be 9 months now of practice time prior to the time they receive their instruction permit. Changes were made in the way driver's education is taught in schools. Simulators cannot be used for the driving time that equals 6 hours. You have to have 6 hours of instruction with the teacher. No longer can students be exempted out of those 6 hours. So I think that, along with some other restrictions that have been placed on young drivers, will further enhance the safety of a very dangerous time. And statistics show that that is the most dangerous time for people driving, is those first years, and hopefully this will help.
I mean, this continues to be a critical problem in Illinois. Obviously, the 16 to 24 year age group is the age group of drivers that have the least amount of training, the least amount of experience, and obviously are going to have the most accidents. I know Roger has had at least a couple children of his already go through this stage, and we'll have two or three more warming up in the bullpen. I have two boys. They're 13 and 11, and as I suppose is true for every legislator, as you get closer to that stage in life, or your children do, you become a little more aware of these issues, to the point where I wouldn't be surprised that when my oldest gets maybe about 15, I'm going to file a bill to say, if a young one's driving a car, they can't drive any faster than 25 miles an hour or something ridiculous like that, or you have to wear a helmet. But these are important issues regardless of whether legislators and citizens have children or not, because even if you don't have kids, you're driving on the same road where you have young people driving, and we want them to be safe as possible.
Yeah, and again, specifically for those who are in the permit phase and the initial licensing phase. The permit phase is age 15, the initial licensing phase, age 16 and 17. There are some restrictions I think those young folks need to be aware of. If you're in driver's education, you may learn about them. However, if you're 16 and 17 and already have your license, there's some things you need to know. Number one, cell phone use while driving is going to be prohibited after January 1st, except in the case of an emergency, to contact specifically a law enforcement agency. And I don't think it's going to do any good that you just say, well, this is an emergency, and you're calling about a friend's DVD party that you're going to. I mean, you have to be specifically contacting someone in the law enforcement agencies. Also, nighttime driving restrictions will be changed. Instead of 11 o'clock during the week, it's going to be 10 for restrictions, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. It's not going to be legal for those in the initial licensing phase or those on a permit to drive. Friday and Saturday, instead of midnight, it's going to be 11 p.m. So I think it's important that you pay attention to that, because you have to have a conviction-free driving record 6 months prior to turning 18 in order to get to the final phase, which is the one you want to get to, and that's the full